Hello everyone, my name is Pixlriffs and welcome back to Minecraft single player on Windows 10 Pocket Edition thing. The as yet unnamed series continues and I've been a little bit busy in this world. You might have noticed there's been a bit of a lack of Minecraft content on my channel recently, and that is mainly because of the amount of time it takes to produce a Minecraft video. If you guys are familiar with content creation in general, if you guys have tried making a Minecraft video before, you may know that it takes an awfully long time to do anything in Minecraft. I mean, if you play Minecraft in general, you probably know that it takes an awfully long time to create anything in Minecraft. Just in terms of survival gameplay, you're gathering resources and then you have to kind of build stuff block by block without the ability to fly or anything. You know, if you're used to creative mode, then playing survival can almost feel a bit like a handicap. And I've kind of been feeling that with Minecraft lately. I've not gone off the game completely, don't worry. I still love the game for what it is, and I still absolutely want to keep playing it. But I've been frustrated with how slow things are recently and how it can take sometimes a full day to produce an episode of Minecraft content where otherwise I could have been making videos from a whole bunch of different games and making multiple videos. Like Pixlriffs and I sat down and recorded a bunch of Stardew Valley the other day, and we recorded, I think, 12 episodes in about 4 hours. And if you consider that I could record Minecraft for 4 hours and still not be done with a video, then you've got to consider that's a bit of a different use of my time than making Minecraft content is. But obviously Minecraft content is the reason so many of you are here, so I don't want to neglect it. So apologies if you've been seeing a lack of content lately. I hope to turn that around when I have time, if I have time. That's the problem more than anything right now, is that I need to make sure I can work so I can get paid and so forth, and I need the time. So I've started a mapping project because I feel like knowing the terrain around here is going to be really helpful in terms of surviving in this world, considering that we don't have any means of displaying our coordinates on screen. So what I've got right here is this. Right here is obviously the village. We have the farm over there, and I kind of like the fact that if you're looking at a map in an item frame, if you're looking at the item frame itself, then for some reason it doesn't have that kind of transparent overlay thing, or if you're looking close enough it doesn't do it, which is good. It stops it being too distracting when you're looking at a map. But anyway, yeah, this is the village as it exists so far. Bit of infrastructure in place, kind of a couple of paths and things like that. Still a few temporary builds here and there, but I kind of like this central location for the map. And this is the surrounding area, currently devoid of any kind of builds as yet, at least. And please do feel free to keep submitting builds to me on Twitter, or if you want to send me a video link in the comments or something like that to something that you think I should build in my world that you've created yourself in Minecraft Pocket Edition or Windows 10 Edition, please do that. I'll obviously have links to places you can submit stuff in the description as well. But this is a slightly scaled up version. So this is the village here, just in this corner, and it's a better look at the surrounding area. We actually have a desert down here, like a small desert with a village next door, and the village is one of those fantastic ones that spans across the river. And yeah, I'm starting to piece together a picture of the surrounding terrain, and it's all looking fairly plain. See, there's a spruce forest over there and there's extreme hills over here, but for the most part it is looking fairly ordinary and green. But I really want to do a little bit of exploring further afield so I can find a mesa, so I can get some more stained clay and resources like that. It's going to be difficult to explore, but we found a swamp thanks to a helpful commenter, and I'm pretty sure we'll be able to find some other stuff. So let's recap the stuff that I've been building. This house over here is pretty much done. I'm not super happy with the roof of this one, but as you guys know, roofs have never been my forte, so I'm going to kind of leave it as it is for now. But I think from the outside of it, I really like it. It's got a nice aesthetic to it, kind of similar to this one, using diorite instead of wool. And inside, it's got a nice wood floor. I could probably put some carpet in and stuff. There's a little crafting area over here. This dirt is here for some reason. I have no idea why. I think probably just because I was building something else. And the inside is a bit of a mess in terms of the wall design and everything, but it's got this nice little partition over here. And this is a slab floor, so you can't really place anything on it, but up here we could put like a bed, like a little kind of bedroom area or something like that. It feels like a loft, you know? And then up here there's windows on the side of the building, which I think I could probably hollow that out a little bit more now that I've built the roof out a little bit more. But it's yeah, it's a nice little build. I think it's okay. I quite like it, and I'm apparently destroying the walls around it. That other bit of spruce wood went down there. Never mind. We'll stop this up with some oak wood. That'd be kind of a nice little detail to add to some of these, is to have slightly more aged looking wood here and there by alternating the oak and spruce wood. And you can't really see it from the outside anyway because it's got the leaf in front of it, so that's fine. We'll steal that spruce log. We'll put it to use somewhere else. The other thing I've been building this week in particular, I've kind of been off for a couple of weeks in terms of Minecraft content, but I've started work on a fairly detailed windmill build. Now, a lot of the time you can do a very simple build with windmills. You can just kind of do a box on top of another box and then add the sails to it, and it looks pretty decent. I'm going slightly more detailed in terms of the construction of this place. I want it to be in keeping with the style of the rest of the builds around here. So it's a round building. Windmills tend to be round, and this is no exception. On the inside, we have a couple of things I've been working on in terms of detail, but the boat is glitching out. It's funny, it wasn't doing this at all when I actually set this up in the first place, but I think, yeah, the the boat is not faring well. So let's get rid of that and let's figure out something else. I was working on a couple of things to make this look a little bit more detailed, and with the lack of armor stands in this version of the game, I was thinking a boat would be an acceptable substitute, but it looks like entity collision gets kind of messed up when boats do that, so that's not a problem. That's okay. It was just a little experiment, really. I've got this kind of almost like grindstone set up in the middle here, and this definitely isn't the most effective looking grindstone, but that was because it relied on having a boat. The outline of the boat looked really cool around the outside of this, but I guess it was not to be. I just wanted to have the paddles sticking out here and there as well, just kind of have stuff like that, so it looked like there was machinery around, you know, but evidently boats are a little bit finicky and don't want to be used that way, so we'll see if we can come up with some other kind of thing. But yeah, having a spiral staircase in the center of this felt nice and natural. Post mills are kind of fairly typical designs for windmills in the real world. They have this giant post up the middle, and that's what connects the entire mechanism to the sails at the front, which allows the post to turn and grind flour, which is what mills are generally speaking used for. Or what they were used for. I guess these days we don't tend to grind flour with mills anymore unless you're working in a very agricultural and traditional community. But this is the windmill in progress. It's not obviously finished yet, but I think I'm making a decent amount of progress on it. I think it's going to look pretty good, and then we'll have a nice big ornate sail out the front of it. So that's going to be the recap part of the episode all over and done with, and I reckon I'll do a little bit of work on this off camera, and I'll come back to you guys when it's done. Well, I meant to finish this episode on Monday, get out on Monday. It is now Friday, so it's around the time I would have to normally do you mind? Excuse me, sir. Trying to do an episode. Oh, and of course you're setting me on fire. Oh, Endermen are the worst. And they don't even drop ender pearls in this version of the game, so I kind of cheated my way through. Thank you very much. I cheated my way through the last section of this build, and I did it in creative mode. The top of this windmill was done in creative mode, and this Enderman noise is still going on, despite the fact that I killed him like a minute ago now or something. Anyway, yeah, I did the top part of this in creative mode, because I would have done it with ender pearls if I'd had survival, but just getting up there over and over again was a pain. There's still like ladders up the side of it and everything, and I just didn't have the time. Like I was saying at the start of this episode, I have less and less time to build enormous stuff like this in Minecraft, and this is the kind of stuff that I want to be building on a regular basis, but I just don't have the time. And I love the fact that if you're walking around the field, then the windmill is just completely obscured by this tree in the middle. It's like, you don't get to see this build. But yeah, I really like how this came out, though. Despite all my whining about how I don't have time to do stuff like this anymore, I really am glad that I put the effort into this build, because I think it looks really good. This is probably the best windmill I've built for a long time. It's been a little while since I built a proper windmill, like something like this, and the scale of it, I think I got it just right. The sails could be a little bit different. I could have had more sails on it or something like that, but really happy with how it came out. For the grindstone, I decided to activate some pistons and put some stuff in here in the middle, and there's like stairs and slabs, and it just looks a little bit more mechanical. It looks kind of nice. I shoved the boat in one corner. I was like, the boat can just stay in here. And it's got an upstairs floor and another upstairs floor, and this is the kind of the top part of the interior. And then if you come out to the outside, you can sort of jump up the trapdoors here. If you come out to the outside, we can take out some of these ladders that I've left. Or we can't. Maybe we'll just we'll just leave them there. I might even add them onto the rest of the build as accents or something in between episodes. Who knows? I've also been standing around here and it sounds like there's lava down here somewhere. So we might have to deal with that later, or maybe just use it as fuel. Who knows? But yeah, that's a windmill. That's actually a windmill, and I really like how it fits in with the rest of this village. I think it's come together pretty well, and hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit more building in here. But obviously I need to get back into doing decidedly vanilla episodes a bit more often, that kind of thing. So we will see. But that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and taking the time to watch this episode. My name has been Pixlriffs. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will hopefully see you guys soon. Bye for now.